8 milhões de volumes. O complexo bibliotecário também engloba um centro de conferências, coleções especializadas para cegos e crianças, 3 museus, 4 galerias de arte, um planetário e um laboratório de restauração de manuscritos.
And yet, as impressive as it all is, the Bibliotheca Alexandrina is but a chip off the old Library of Alexandria. It was located just a stone's throw from this very spot and was, without question, the world's first truly great repository of human literature. What's more, the story of its rise and fall reads like an epic tragedy. Here's how it all began.
Em 332 a.C., depois que Alexandre conquistou essa região, a cidade recebeu o nome dele e passou a ser a capital do Egito. Em seguida, graças aos gregos vitoriosos, ela se tornou também o centro intelectual do mundo antigo.
It was the New York of the ancient world. You knew that the best and brightest were there. You could probably go there to study under a famous teacher or to work with a famous colleague, as well as to be able to consult with any book in the world that was known to man.
Como a moderna biblioteca atual, a biblioteca original de Alexandria era mais que um mero depósito gigantesco de manuscritos. Havia salas de leitura, um observatório astronômico, um museu, jardins e um zoológico. Era um ambiente semelhante às nossas modernas universidades. Como parte desse cenário acadêmico, o complexo bibliotecário incluía o primeiro centro de pesquisas do mundo, que hospedava e sustentava alguns dos mais brilhantes intelectuais de todos os tempos.
2,300 years ago, the brainiacs who lived and worked here at the original Library of Alexandria, it constituted the who's who of Western science and technology.
Aristarco, que muitos antes de Copérnico e Galileu, declarou que a Terra gira ao redor do Sol. Arquimedes, que descobriu sozinho as leis da flutuação e revolucionou a construção de navios. E Eratóstenes, o primeiro a calcular com precisão a circunferência da Terra.
400 years after opening its doors, the magnificent Library of Alexandria was destroyed by a huge fire. Everything, the facilities, the scrolls, it all went up in smoke.
Works of literature, philosophy, science of every kind, research into astronomy, biology, mathematics. Again, the list is endless of the sources of knowledge of every type that were lost.
Uma das coisas resgatadas das cinzas da biblioteca foi a descrição de um dispositivo muito especial. O precursor das portas automáticas. Foi inventado por volta do século I pelo matemático grego Heron. Esse engenhoso aparelho consistia em uma imensa tocha cerimonial que aquecia a água em uma espécie de panela de pressão, que por sua vez gerava vapor, fazendo com que as portas se abrissem automaticamente.
Okay, now guys, in order for this to work, I'm going to need a pressure vessel.
Como sempre, recorri aos nossos engenheiros Doug Jeffrey e Ryan Fox para criar uma maquete das portas automáticas de Heron.
You need to heat this vessel from the top, and that's the key. Right? That's the challenge. But I guarantee you that if you can replicate this thing, you're going to be replicating one of the most fascinating devices of the ancient world. So it's going to be worth your while, I promise.
Do we get to go on the next trip with you, though?
Sure.
Não será uma réplica exata, mas demonstrará de que modo, segundo muitos historiadores, as portas funcionavam. As portinhas de madeira e o dispositivo aquecedor da nossa maquete representam os enormes portões da biblioteca e sua chama cerimonial acesa. O mecanismo a vapor que desencadeava o processo ficava sob o solo, fora do alcance da vista.
Guys, you did it. It looks very cool.
Thank you.
You know, very Rube Goldberg-like, but I love it. This is your heating element, right?
Yes, yeah.
And you're using wood as fuel?
Yeah, we used wood. We soaked it in a little bit of accelerant just to get it hotter.
Yeah, speed it up. Yeah. And this I love, Ryan. I mean, the fact that you coil the tube.
That's to create more volume, obviously.
Yeah, brilliant, because the heat is going to be heating the air in that tube, which will then expand the air. It'll push down into this pressure vessel, press down on the water that's in there, and theoretically will then force the water out of this tube into the bucket. The bucket will lower, will then tug on this rope, turn the spindle, and open the door.
In theory.
In theory.
On paper.
Okay. Moment of truth. You ready? Light it up. There we go. You know, and imagine this must have been like a big ceremony every morning when they were about to open the library. Some guy would hit the fire, start it.
When you think of the size of the tube,
Yeah.
it actually had to be to open these huge doors.
Doors, exactly. Obviously, this is miniature. Okay, you got a good fire going. Now, hopefully, this fire is now heating the air in that coiled tube. So how are we doing in the water flow, Ryan?
We got a trickle, Michael.
All right.
We got a trickle.
All right. Well, I'm going to be patient. This is worth it.
Amen.
And this guy Heron, he obviously had an intuitive understanding of PD equals nRT, you know, the universal gas law, because he had to understand the heat expanded the air into this and that, and created this whole chain effect. Are we getting any more? How are we doing our water?
Right? Water.
We are. Okay, so long as we're getting water into that bucket. There they go. We're going.
Yeah, the doors are shaking. There they go. There they go.
Are they going?
Oh, there they are.
Oh, here they go.
This is the moment. This is the moment.
Ah, gee. Come on, baby. Come on.
Take it. Come on.
Yes, it's worked. And you know what I have to think of is, like, as inventive as Heron was, I wonder if he could have possibly imagined that 3 21st century guys would be here cheering over his ancient invention so many years later, right? How cool is that?
That is
yeah,
nice.
Thermodynamics rule. That's great.
Não existe evidência histórica de que o fogo que impulsionava a porta automática de Heron tivesse algo que ver com o incêndio que devastou a Biblioteca de Alexandria, uma das 7 maravilhas do mundo antigo.
Today's iconic structures are designed to take our breath away, and that they do. But what I find even more amazing is this. All the monumental tombs, cathedrals, statues, and libraries, all of them, are built upon a foundation first laid out by the people of this remarkable land, the Egyptians, more than 5,000 years ago. I'm Michael Gillen. See you next time on Where Did It Come From?
Esta noite, os relatos mais curiosos e desconhecidos de Guadalajara. Revelam-se mistérios de engenharia e construção do Império Maia. Descubra o esplendor da cidade perdida de Palenque. Bem no meio do deserto de Sonora, no Arizona, encontra-se a maior coleção de telescópios ópticos do mundo, o Observatório Nacional Norte-Americano de Kitt Peak. Aqui, todos os dias e noites, mais de 50 astrônomos de todo o planeta se reúnem para olhar para o céu na tentativa de compreender melhor o universo e nosso lugar nele.
Where in the New World did it come from? This intense preoccupation with the heavens? This urge to build huge observatories like Kitt Peak? The answer, ancient Mesoamerica. I am Michael Gillen, and during the next hour, I'm going to take you to the jungles of Central America, home of the Maya Indians, a people so fixated on the heavens that it completely dominated their lives down here on Earth.
A origem das coisas. As ferramentas de astronomia dos antigos maias.
The Kitt Peak National Observatory. There is nothing else like it under the sun. Here on this single mountaintop, there are 2 radio telescopes and 24 optical telescopes, including this one I'm standing on now.
Muito parecido com uma peça gigante de arquitetura moderna, o telescópio solar McMaster tem 150 metros de extensão e foi construído diretamente na montanha. Dia após dia,